Men who live alone without women. Listen up, fellas. I need you to lock in right now because this message is for you. It's for the men out there grinding alone, walking this path without a woman by their side. Society tells you that you need a woman to be complete, that you're only half a man if you don't have a wife, a girlfriend, a partner. But let me tell you something. Greatness is built in solitude. Yeah, I said it. Look around in history. Look at the men who built empires, the men who changed the world, the men who took their lives to another level. You think they were caught up chasing relationships? Nah, they were chasing purpose. They were locked in, focused, disciplined. But see, most men don't want to be alone. You're afraid of the silence. You don't want to sit with your own thoughts because deep down, you know you got work to do. You know you got weaknesses. And instead of fixing them, you look for comfort. You chase women for validation, for a distraction. But distractions don't build legends. Men who stand alone stand strong. Let me break it down for you. There's a difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is when you need somebody else to feel whole. Solitude is when you choose to stand alone to build something greater. And let me tell you something. When a man steps into solitude, he becomes a weapon of force. You ain't out here wasting time scrolling through your phone, chasing meaningless relationships. You're in the gym, sharpen your body. You're in the books, sharpen your mind. You're working on your craft, stacking your money, building something that cannot be taken away. Because let's be real, how many men have thrown away their dreams because they got caught up in the wrong relationship? How many men lost their edge, lost their grind because they prioritized the wrong woman over their own mission? I see it all the time. Dudes out here giving their time, their energy, their money to women who don't even respect them, who don't even believe in them. But you're different. You choosing to put yourself first. You choosing to sacrifice now so you can have it all later. You ain't looking for quick love. You're building a life where love has to earn a place in your world. Back on my man, she can't replace. Listen, I'm not saying you gotta be single forever. But what I am saying is you gotta be the man first before you bring a woman into your life. Too many dudes out here trying to build relationships with no foundation, no money, no goals, no direction, and then they wonder why it all falls apart. When you stand alone, you get to build your kingdom. When you stand alone, you get to become unbreakable. When you stand alone, you get to control your destiny. You want the right woman, then become the right man first. You want respect, then start respecting yourself enough to walk away from anything that weakens you. Because here's the truth, bro. When you level up, when you hit that next stage of your life, when you get so locked in on your purpose that nothing can shake you, the right people, the right opportunities, the right woman will come to you. You won't have to chase. You won't have to beg. They'll recognize the king in you. Keep on being alone until you find your purpose. So don't be afraid of this path. Don't let society tell you that being alone is a weakness. Because guess what? It's the strongest thing you can do. Keep grinding. Keep pushing. Keep becoming the man you were meant to be. And when the time is right, when you built the life you deserve, then and only then will you be ready for something real. Until then, keep walking alone like a warrior, like a champion, like a... Men who stand alone stand strong. A speech in the style of Eric Thomas. Fellas, listen up. I need you to hear me with your heart today, because what I'm about to tell you, it could change your life. Men who stand alone stand strong. Let me break it down for you. See, most men are afraid to be alone. They feel like they need somebody, a woman, a group of friends, a crowd to feel valuable. But let me tell you something. Greatness is built in solitude. You say, look at the strongest men in history. The ones who built empires, the ones who led revolutions, the ones who changed the game. You think they were worried about fitting in? You think they were afraid of standing alone? Nah, they embraced it. They understood something that most people never will. Being alone is not a weakness, it's a weapon. The power of solitude. When you stand alone, you get to know yourself. When you stand alone, you get to build yourself. When you stand alone, you get to control your future. Most men, they never take the time to be alone. They're always searching for distractions, relationships, entertainment, social validation. And guess what happens? They never grow. They never find their true strength because they never sit in the silence long enough to hear their own thoughts. But you're different. You understand that solitude is where transformation happens. Solitude is where you find your purpose. Solitude is where you develop the discipline, the focus, and the mindset that separates the average from the great. Look at the best warriors, the best athletes, the best entrepreneurs. Before they became legends, they spent years in the dark grinding alone. They weren't out chasing validation. They weren't looking for comfort. They were putting in the work when nobody was watching. And that's the difference between men who rise and men who fall. The cost, the strain. Now let me keep it real with you. Standing alone ain't easy. It's lonely. It's uncomfortable. There will be days when you question yourself, when you want to give up, when you look around and wonder if it's worth it. But that's the price of greatness. Weak men fold under the pressure. Weak men look for an escape. But strong men, they stay in the fight. They keep pushing forward because they know that every hardship, every challenge, every lonely night is shaping them into something greater. See, society will tell you that you need a relationship to be whole, that you need a support system to be strong. And don't get me wrong, having the right people in your corner is powerful. But what happens when those people disappear? What happens when the woman leaves? What happens when your friends turn their backs? What happens when life hits you so hard that you're left with nothing but yourself? That's when you find out what you're really made of. And if you never stood alone before, if you've never built that inner strength, you'll crumble, you'll break, because you were leaning on something external instead of building something internal. Back on. A strong man doesn't need a crowd. A strong man doesn't need approval. A strong man doesn't need validation because a strong man is built from within. And let me tell you, when you become that man, the one who is unshakable, the one who doesn't fear being alone, the one who moves with confidence and purpose, people will notice. They'll respect you. They'll be drawn to you because true strength is rare. You won't have to chase friendships. You won't have to chase women. You won't have to chase opportunities. They'll come to you. We embrace the fire. So I'm telling you today, stand alone until you become unbreakable. Stand alone until you no longer fear solitude. Stand alone until your confidence, your discipline, your mindset is so strong that nothing and no one can shake you. Because when you reach that level, you'll be unstoppable. And that is the power of a man who stands alone. Listen up. If this message hit you, if it fired you up, if it made you rethink your life, don't just sit there. Hit that like button right now. Smash it like you're smashing your excuses. And if you're ready to take your mindset, your grind, your life to the next level, subscribe to the channel. Because we're not here to play games. We're here to level up. No more waiting. No more talking. Take action. Hit like, hit subscribe, and let's get to it.